Hey 103 students, in this video we're going to talk a little bit about the broader idea of what a warrant is. And a warrant answers the question of why do we care, or why will we believe the particular thesis or claim that we're looking at. And of course warrants exist in all the different types of claims. Strictly speaking, a warrant is a belief that doesn't need support. There are certain things that we hold to be true, and these are cultural ideas because different cultures will have different kinds of arguments based on their warrants. But a warrant that we might have is it's better to be healthy than unhealthy. It's better to eat food that's good for you than food that's not good for you. It's better to engage in safe practices than unsafe practices. Those are kinds of things that we don't have to prove. We don't have to support it. We know that as a general rule, everybody in our society agrees to that, or in our culture. What I like to do is I like to show you warrants within advertising because it's the most obvious. And in advertising, you usually have an if-then statement. If you buy this shampoo, then your hair will be shiny. Well, why do we care about that? That's the warrant. Because we tend to believe that shiny hair is healthy hair and healthy hair is pretty. Or you might say if you buy this particular shampoo, then your hair will grow. Why do we care about that? Because we associate having hair with being useful, with being healthy, and all of those things are things that we value in our society. For better or worse, we tend to value those things. It's easier to see sometimes what a warrant is by showing an example of when we are warrantless. Schools with sports teams need driver's education programs. Well, why do we care about that? Do we care that schools have sports teams? Do we think this is not necessary? Not necessarily. So what we have to do is we have to change that thesis statement to read something like, schools with sports teams need driver's education programs so that more students have driver's licenses and can therefore participate in the sports programs. Now we have something that we all would agree to, or generally agree to. We value students being able to participate regardless of how much money they have, or whether they can get to school, or whether their parents work night shift and can't drive them to the games or pick them up from the games. And that's something that would be a warrant.